A lot of ideas and concepts from English grammar. The consulted book is Step by Step English Grammar, Book 6, and the pages we are going to cover are from page number 22 to page number 28. In this lesson, we will cover 3 lessons from English grammar, lesson number 6, 7, and 8. Let's start with lesson number 6, modals. In English grammar, we use the term modals for certain words like must, shall, can, may, will, should, and many more. We call them modals because they tell us the mood or the way in which something happens. They tell us the manner of an event or an action. When we use modals in our sentences, they carry out different functions. For example, when we use can, it shows the ability that we are able to do something. Like in the sentence I can swim, the modal auxiliary is can. It shows the ability that I am able to swim. Next is we should be careful. Should is modal auxiliary and it shows obligation or it shows advice. It functions as an advice that we should be careful. It is obligation for us. It is our duty to be careful. Will your idea work? The modal auxiliary will shows the possibility. Different modal auxiliary express different things, different functions, but it is not necessary that one modal auxiliary express only one thing. One modal auxiliary can express more than one thing. Like you can see on your screen, there are different functions that are carried out by different modals, and we can also see that one modal is used in many functions. For example, will is used in prediction as well as willingness, habits, and preferences. Let us have a look on different modals and their functions. On the left side, the different functions are written. For example, prediction, telling something about future. To tell something about future, we use modals, or mostly used modals are will, would, be going to, and shall. To show willingness, that we are agree to something, or habits or preferences, the mostly used modals are will and would. So we can see will is a modal that shows prediction as well as willingness. To show ability, we use can, could, and be able to. For permission, we use may, might, can, could, be allowed to. For possibility, may, might, can, could. Again, may and might, can and could. All 4 of them are used for both permission and possibility. For necessity, we use must, have to, have got to, need not, must not. And for obligation or advice, we use should, ought to, be supposed to, had better. One more thing about modals. When we have to make the negative of any modal, for example, we say we must wear uniform, or we must not go to school without uniform. When we make negative of any modal, we just put not after it. Must not, have not, will not, would not, could not. These are negative modals. Let us solve the exercises from your book. The exercise, let us understand. Underline the modals in the sentences given below. There are 4 sentences. People should not throw stones on animal. Should not is a modal. So underline this. I can play piano very well. Modals are very easy to identify. You can easily identify modal auxiliaries. In the second sentence, can is modal auxiliary. I must finish my work before I sleep. Must is modal auxiliary. May I borrow your pencil? So may is modal auxiliary that shows possibility or that is used for permission. So underline all these modals. Let's move to our exercise. Practice exercise A. We are given a set of modals that are can, must not, could not, should, have to. Using these modals, we have to fill these sentences. We have to complete these sentences. I tried hard, but dash solved the problem. The most suitable modal auxiliaries could not. I tried hard, but could not. I was not able to solve the problem. We should give love to animals. It is necessary, it is our obligation, our duty that we should love animals. I dash walk 4 miles in an hour. Ability. I can walk 4 miles in an hour. We must not go to school without proper uniform. It is a necessity. It is an obligation that we must wear uniform when we go to school, and we must not go to school without proper uniform. You dash go to hall for final dress rehearsal. You have to. It is necessary that you have to go to hall for final dress rehearsal. Let us move to practice exercise B. It says, choose the best option. We are given 2 options in each sentence and we have to choose the best one. Number 1. We dash win the game. Showing prediction for future, we will win the game. I dash swim very fast. I didn't swim very fast. Something that had happened. She dash play with us. It is possibility that she may play with us. I was hoping you dash give some advice. You might give some advice. It was possible that you have given some advice. You ought not to leave the class while the teacher is teaching. It is necessary that you are present in the class while the teacher is teaching. Practice exercise C. We are given modals, and by using these modals we have to make sentences that tell us about duties of a monitor. Duties of monitor in your class. So the modals given are can, must not, cannot, may, have to, and must. Some of them are done for you that are in bold font. Must. A monitor must maintain discipline in the class. I have made a sentence by using a modal must. And again, must not. A monitor must not violate the discipline. Have to. A monitor have to wear a sash or a badge. The rest of the modals are left for you. You have to make sentences for them on your own. Yes, you can do it. It's very easy. We will move to our next lesson, number 7. The topic is adjectives. What is an adjective? It is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun. We have already discussed it in previous classes, in the same class as well. An adjective is a word that tells the quality or quantity of a noun or pronoun. Like, old lady walked down the street. The word old tells us the quality of lady, that she is old, she is not young. This word describes the noun lady, so this is an adjective. And our topic of today is, the main focus of today's lesson is adjective phrase. What is an adjective phrase? If a word that describes the noun is adjective, then the group of words that describes the noun is called adjective phrase. A group of words that has no verb of its own is called a phrase, and if this group of words describes a noun, it is called adjective phrase. Look at the example. An old lady wearing a big brown hat walked down the street. An old lady is the noun. Walked down the street is predicate. Walked is verb. Down the street is adverb. Wearing a big brown hat describes the old lady. That the lady we are talking about was wearing a big brown hat. So this is a group of words that describes the noun lady. So this group of words is called adjective phrase. That is highlighted in red color. Let us understand through this exercise. On the left side we are given adjective. On the right side we have to make adjective phrase for them. A jungle trek. In this phrase, a jungle trek. Trek is noun. Jungle is an adjective. So we have to make adjective phrase for this jungle. A trek through the jungle. The word jungle, that is an adjective, is replaced with a group of words through the jungle. That is an adjective phrase. A golden crown. Crown is noun. Golden is adjective. A crown made of gold. Made of gold is group of words that describes the noun crown. So this is an adjective phrase. Made of gold is adjective phrase. A barefooted child. A child without shoes. A colorful photograph. The adjective colorful is replaced with adjective phrase of different colors. A fearless boy. With no fear. Fearless is adjective that is replaced with adjective phrase with no fear. A barren island. An island with no greenery. This is how we can change an adjective into an adjective phrase. And it also makes it easy to understand the difference between an adjective and adjective phrase. I hope you are getting the concept. Let us have some practice. Move to practice exercise A on your book. For English grammar, you have to solve all your exercises on your book. So what we are discussing in reading here, you have to fill this in your books. This exercise A. Underline adjective phrase. Identify the adjective phrase and underline it. A cottage, dark, cold and wet, became our only shelter from the heavy rains. A cottage is a noun. A cottage that is dark, cold and wet. It's an adjective phrase. The path through the woods, deep, dark and haunted. Through the woods, deep, dark and haunted is adjective phrase that describes the path. The garden, blooming with flowers in multiple colors. So adjective phrase describes the noun, the garden. The hill slopes, lush green with grass, are covered with snow. The hill slopes are described as lush green with grass. We could never feel the witchery of the clear blue skies. Clear blue describes the noun skies. Do this work on your books. Let us move to practice exercise B. We are given adjective phrases and we have to make sentences for them. Try to do it yourself. With great speed. I want a horse with great speed. With great speed describes the noun horse. So this is adjective phrase. Cool shady trees. Islamabad has great parks with cool shady trees. Cool shady trees describe great parks. Frozen and slippery. They cross the lake frozen and slippery very easily. The lake is frozen and slippery. This adjective phrase describes the lake, that is a noun, with radiant smile. The woman with a radiant smile is my mother. So, with a radiant smile is a phrase that describes the woman. This is an adjective phrase. Let us move to practice exercise C. We are given blanks and we have to fill them with adjective phrase. The king had a writing desk made of gold. Draw a picture depicting different landscapes. The doors with iron bars closed upon him. These all exercises are done for you. Try to do them on your own. The road leading to hilltop is very slippery. He lost a diamond gifted by his friend. All highlighted in red colors are adjective phrases. You can make adjective phrases of your own. Solve all the exercises of lesson number 7. Now we will move to our next lesson, number 8, that is adverbs. As an adjective describes a noun, an adverb describes a verb. It tells us more about a verb. It tells us how, when, where an action took place, where a verb took place. We have discussed it in detail in our lesson number 11. You can go back to your lesson number 11 on your YouTube channel and you can recall your concept of adverbs from there. The example, the plane took off quickly. Quickly is the manner in which an action took place. So quickly is an adverb. It tells us about how a verb took place. Just like adjective phrase, adverb phrase is a group of words that tells us about verb. The plane took off with big roar. With a big roar is a group of words that tells us the way in which the plane took off. So this is an adverb phrase. Let us understand from our exercises. Underline the adverb phrases in the exercise. Let us understand. The giant came to his room, huffing and puffing with anger. We will find the answers to 3 questions: how, when, and where an action took place. So in the first question, the giant came to his room. How he came to his room? Huffing and puffing with anger. This is an adverb phrase. We went to see the flower show in the evening. When did we go to see the flower show? In the evening. Stan and Justin went up to the roof to fly kites. Where did they go? Up to the roof. This is an adverb phrase. The hitchhikers pitched their tent for the night by the lakeside. Where did they pitch their tent? By the lakeside. So answer to where is an adverb phrase. We must water the plants in the evening. So in the evening tells us when shall we water our plants. So this is an adverb phrase. Practice exercise A. We have to fill the blanks by putting adverb phrase. I have done it already. You can do it on your own. You can add your own adverb phrase. The cruel master beat up his dog with his belt. You can fill these exercises on your books. He walked up the stage with pride to receive his prize. With pride shows how he walked up the stage. So this is group of 2 words, with pride. This is an adverb phrase. He parked his car by the lakeside. Where did he park his car? By the lakeside. This is an adverb phrase. The police found the missing man in the river. Where did they find him? In the river. So this is an adverb phrase. Practice exercise B. He cleaned his hands thoroughly. We are given a few of adverb phrases. We have to select the proper adverb phrase for all sentences. He cleaned his hands thoroughly with plenty of soap. Number 2. As the train went into the tunnel, it whistled loudly. In a flash, the tiger had jumped on its prey. The bungalow was burgled early last night, according to police. They reached home after sunset. Mr. Lewis became a complete recluse in the last years of his life. Practice exercise C. We are given adverb phrase and we have to complete the sentences by using these adverb phrases. In the market is an adverb phrase that tells us where the action took place. So we have to add what was the action. I met my friend in the market. In their cage, the boy put up the birds in their cage. Screaming with joy. He hugged his lost brother, screaming with joy. He stepped into the room, smiling mysteriously. We ran towards station as quickly as we could. We wear warm clothes during the winter months. So this was all from today's lesson. It was very easy and very interesting. If there is any difficulty, please do not hesitate to contact. Complete all the exercises in your books. Take very good care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.